What's up guys, this is Dark Magician here and welcome to another KOF video. So guys, as you know, after the new update, the big update has arrived and you have seen all the new stuff that we had. Of course, we got the 3rd anniversary with the 3rd anniversary events. We have got Leona, which was totally unexpected. We have got a new feature, which is the NESTS gene map. We have got the melee neighborhood and of course a new fight soul, which is the Bloody Thorn fight soul. So as you can see guys, a lot of new stuff in this update and I'm pretty excited about it. And of course, you know, with all those new stuff, a lot of people maybe are struggling with the new features and maybe don't know how to to access them. So yeah, today's video will be an introduction for our new feature, which is the NESTS gene map. Okay, so today I'm gonna talk about everything related to this and how to rebuild it. Now, as esoterics, as the runes, the NESTS gene map is here to give our fighters more boosts and more effects. Okay, so what is the NESTS gene map all about? So as you can see here, it's about equipping chips to our fighters. Of course, like any other type, here we can obtain chips by either drawing 1 by 1 or drawing 10. Of course, we get 1 free pull every day. So as we draw those, we get different types of chips of different qualities. Of course, we have the reds, the oranges, the purples, the blues and the greens. Okay, now what do these chips do? Now here, as you can see, beside each fighter you do have 4 slots here: the first slot, second slot, third slot and the fourth slot. So the first slot is all about, or this slot is for the strength chip, which gives boosts in attack and defense. The second slot is for the rapid chip and it gives boosts in attack and HP, whereas the third slot is for the bleeding chip where it gives boosts in HP. Okay, the fourth slot is here a special slot that I'm gonna talk about later on. Okay, so as you can see, those 3 slots will give just stats boosts for your fighters, nothing complex about it. Whenever you get a good quality of it, you just equip it to your fighters. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the last chips because they are the special ones. So let me go to the store over here to see the rewards. So the special chips are the Python chip, the Scorpion chip and the Slug chip. Now here, what do these chips give? Now let's start with the Python chip first. Of course, in addition to attack and defense and HP, they give, of course, those stat boosts. They give a skill that is called the Python defense. Now what is the Python defense about? As we can see briefly here, when the connector is attacked, the resistance rate will be increased. So as the opponent attacks the holder of this chip, the resistance will be increased. So you can see here it kind of fits most to the ones at the front row, or pretty much, you know, the tanky ones. So this way they can gain more resistance and become even tankier. Okay, the second one, or the Scorpion chip, it's again, the 3 of them give boosts in attack, defense and HP, but it gives a skill called the Scorpion power. The introduction says the connector's ultimate will restore his or her own HP and an extra damage will be caused when both of the connectors hit the same target. So it's like somehow when the fighter will make an ultimate, he will heal himself some portion of his HP according to the damage as well, and they will be making additional damage to the same target if they hit the same target. Okay, so it pretty much can work on anybody. You can give them to DPS, to ganks, you know, the back rowers, just to heal more and do more damage. But this one, you know, it works for anybody basically. And the last one, which is the Slug chip, again, in addition to attack, defense and HP, it gives a skill name which is called the Healing Light. The introduction says when the round starts, the connector with the lower HP will restore HP, and when that happens, the one will get extra continuous treatment. So here, the one of both fighters, which are, you know, connected to each other, with the lowest HP will heal himself for more HP. So again, it kind of works for anybody over here, and this one is pretty good as well. So you can see the 3 of them are actually good, and you know, different effects are given for them. Now here, what you should work on is having like the correct connectors to each other. I don't think there's a big deal about it at this stage, but you know, just try to manage them. You know, if you want them to do the same purpose. For example, if they are 2 tanks, then it's best to give the first special chip, what was it called? You know, still struggling with the names, but yeah, the Python chip, for example, can be good for 2 tanks if you put them, if you connect them with each other, and you know, so on. You can just see all the effects from here. Now here they detailed all the effects in specific, like in each one. You can just read them. I actually still don't have the 3rd one, So but they're pretty easy and straightforward. All what you have to do is that to put the same chip for both connectors together, so that you can make sure to upgrade them and get to higher levels. Okay, now in addition to that, now regarding each chip, you can actually still promote them using special tickets which are called the gene segments, which are obtained from decomposing the chips, and we can get them from other places. I think the Melee neighborhood, I'm not sure about it, but I think we can still get them as rewards from the Melee neighborhood. So this is where we get the gene segments, like training, or well, not training, upgrading esoterics or upgrading runes. We can get, of course, some boosts in the stats. Now here, if you notice something which is called the variation. Now what is the variation? Now the variation here is somehow related to the connection between the two fighters. Of course, as you equip both fighters or both connectors together with better stones or chips, the variation level will be increased. And of course, as you upgrade every chip on its own, of course, again, the variation will be increased. And as you increase in the level of the variation, you will get additional effects. As you can see, for example, in level 1, you will get extra, or the fighters will get extra 20% HP in certain modes, like here, Arena, Cross-Server Arena, and Tower of Time. In level 2, you will get 10% extra HP in Tournament, Cross-Server Tournament, etc. And you can see different stat boosts as you level the variation up. And what's good about them is that you get them in percentage. So a good percentage like 5%, 15%, they can do a lot because they are in terms of percentage. So it would be really worth it to work on variation as well. Of course, all what you have to do, like what I've mentioned, just try to get better quality chips, like orange or even red quality. This way you can level up the variation even more. Okay. Now, one more thing, which is, if you realize here, we do have 3 maps where you can equip 2 fighters to be connected together. Here you can equip 2, and here 2, and here 2, and you can actually buy another one for 500 diamonds, of course, if you want. And you can simply just put all the necessary chips for each fighter, and that's how you can boost the power of all of them and give them additional effects. Okay. Finally, or no, there are still 2 ideas that I have to mention, which is the map itself. You can still upgrade the map in order to get additional boosts. You can just get additional attack, defense, and HP if you use the map frags that you can get by completing the daily quest and completing the Melee neighborhood. Of course, there will be a separate video for the Melee neighborhood, but only you need to know now that you get those map frags from there. Okay, so it would be a good way, again, to get more boosts for your fighters. All you have to do is just to collect those frags and upgrade them using some gold. Okay, other than that, we do have the smelting. Of course, after a while you will have a lot of greens, a lot of blues that you really don't need. So you can simply later on, once you have like a lot of them, you can simply decompose them or smelt them, and surprisingly they do give a lot of gold if you do that, in addition to those tickets that we've seen earlier. So after a while, it would be a good way to get rid of them, of course, the green ones, the blue ones maybe, and just work on the higher quality ones. So it's never a bad thing to do that. It could be a nice source of gold as well. And I think that was everything related to the gene map. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward, guys. Nothing you need to worry about. Just fill the slots with their appropriate chips, and there you go, you're ready to go. Nothing really complex about it as we've thought at the beginning. So yeah, that's all what you guys need to know about the gene map. Now, okay, of course, this is gonna be a busy week. I'm gonna make other videos related to the Melee neighborhood, which is the talk of the time at the moment, because a lot of people are struggling with it. Of course, a character introduction for Cadiliona, and an introduction for the new 5th fight soul as well. So stay tuned for those videos, guys, and if you do have any question, just post them in the comments below, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace out.